I think you have to go. They do like their own background check, because you don't automatically get a gun here in Georgia. You don't go through nothing. All you go through is the background check. You pay your little $75. You pay for your background check, and that's it. But in Japan, you have to go through a substance abuse. You have to go through, you do a drug test, a mental illness test. Then you have to let them know where's your gun and the ammunition, where it's going to be in your house. And to me, because all I can talk about is Georgia. Georgia don't do that. And I don't think we have had no mass shooting in Georgia, but we do have a lot of killing going on in Georgia when it comes to guns. You know, we do have a lot of gun violence going on in Georgia when it comes to, gangs and, even when it comes to domestic violence and, because a man just, killed his wife. He had a gun. And so I'm trying to understand, because a person can pass all those, background check. They can pass the mental illness test. They can pass the drug test. They can pass all these tests and stuff. But you never know at that moment that person, something just triggered them. Because the mind is a powerful tool. Just something might just trigger them. They might got... they may have caught their wife cheating, or they might have caught their husband cheating, and next thing you know, oh, I'm going to get y'all. And he just shoot them. So to me, I think this is like a very hard problem that we have on our hands. We have a very huge problem that we have on our hands, because everybody got a gun. Even when those who ain't never, you can go to the NRA convention and buy a gun. And buy a gun without a background check, without anything, and buy a gun. And so what we need to do as a body of Christ, as a church, is trying to figure out what can we do as a community, as a church. What can we do to prevent our families? Make sure they're safe. Make sure they are safe in school. Make sure they're safe when they're, because we have our kids that go on to college. Just making sure they're safe, and make sure they're not in a wrong place. In the wrong place. Because I want my children to live an abundant life. I don't want them to have to worry about if somebody going to come into their school and shoot it up. Or they in a grocery store and somebody just come in and want to rob it. You know what I'm saying? So we have to just, I don't even know. I think it just have got so much out of hand to the point. All we can do is make sure we keep ourselves prayed up. We teach our kids to be discerning what's going on around them. Stay alert at all times. I tell my daughter all the time that you got to be alert now. You got to stay alert what's going on in the communities. When you're at school, when you're in the store, when you walk into the mailbox, you have just really got to be alert, because I am a firm believer of spiritual warfare. We are now in a spiritual warfare. And I don't even know, can anything be done now? If anything can be done. Yeah. And my sister is on with me, and I'm going to read what she said. She said, yes, it's too easy to get them in Georgia. I also feel like it's not enough for our youth to do. It's like once they reach the age of 13, They family basically have to be rich to be able to afford activity, and the places that host events are limited to the number of people that can attend. Georgia need a teen community center in every community to show these kids someone loved them. And I agree with that. Because our kids, they get to a certain age, we just want to, we don't want to treat them like kids anymore. We want to treat them like adults. They babysitting, they being babysitters, or we'll treat them like adults, but now they're still children. I mean, we got too many, like this man was saying, we got church in at every corner. That's a church. And I think that's what the church is losing our babies, losing that connection with the community, because we close our doors and not having them open. It's like we're so concerned about tithes and offerings, but we're not concerned about the soul. We're not concerned about that baby has to deal with so much stuff, and all that baby can do is grab hold to gains, or grab hold to gains that treat them with love. Which is, to me, it's not the love of Christ. It's I don't know, because I've never been in the game. All I can know is by what I heard, not by what I saw, because I really ain't really, because the games when I growing up, they was stealing shoes, tennis shoes, and clothes. They wasn't, I don't know what they killing and shooting. One of my friends said they was doing, and so we got to get back to, make sure our children are being protected, because they look for us for protection. But if we cannot protect them, of course they're gonna go and protect themselves. And that's what we are. And then when it, not even our babies, but when it comes to adults too as well, because sometimes adults feel like they don't have no one to talk to as well, or they don't know how to handle that stress and the depression, because gun violence in Georgia are caused from suicide, not just in Georgia, in the United States. The most gun violence come from suicides from the police officers, from one-on-one gun violence. It come from, and when they said suicide, I'm like, dang, people really killing themselves that much with that? Because we're not really being in tune what's going on in the community, man. And so, like I said again, I don't know if is it too late? Like, is it anything to be done? Is there anything to be done when it comes to gun violence? I don't know. But if it is, and it is in a way that I can be a part of something, just to let our babies know that they are loved, and let them know that, gun violence is nothing going to lead you behind a gun of your own violence. Or you killing an innocent person, then next thing you know, you in jail for the rest of your life, or you on death row. I don't understand when it comes to a person just want to take another person's life. I would never wrap my head around that. So I just pray that we talk to our babies. We know what's going on in our families. That the church would rise up and stand up, open up their doors when these kids get out of school, they don't have nowhere else to go, that they won't try to charge an arm and a leg, but they're trusting God. When you're doing the works for God and really believing and having faith that God is going to provide because you're doing something for God's children and his people. God is going to provide. He's going to provide. We just got to have faith, man. We losing too many of our family, our friends, losing too many people through a gun violence. And trust me, it didn't just start here. It just didn't start here. It's just getting worse and worse. So it's 8:55, and I thank you all for tuning in with me of this topic that you can talk forever and ever and about it because it's reality. It's really reality of what is going on in the United States of America. What's going on right at your front door, your back door, and your community. When you turn on the news, you seeing somebody have been killed, been robbed, been sexually assaulted with a gun. It's like we use guns now. We don't use guns for protection no more. First, we started using guns for wars and protect ourselves. Now we use the guns for violence, and that's where you come with gun violence. We have made a turn, a turn for the worse, a turn for the worse, and it breaks my heart, man. It really do when I see, people that are close to me with just thinking because you got a gun that makes you bad, that makes you tough. No, that makes you a wimp. That makes you a wimp. If you're not using guns to protect your family, your loved ones, and protect yourself, and you're only using to try to make you that you don't know, you eat what you sow, man. You eat what you sow. And so I will be praying tonight for just family members that have lost their loved one because of someone being stupid, ignorant. Because I guarantee this is not how God. This is not what was in God's mind, but God give us that free will to do what we want to do. He give us that free will to do whatever we want to do. And whatever life we choose to live, He's not going to stop us. He's not going to stop us. And so, let us continue to just reach out to our youth and reach out to our family member that we haven't heard for in a long time that's dealing with depression or dealing with, mental illness and just continue to pray and cover them that they don't do anything, just do something stupid that they will regret and lose their lives. Lose their lives. And so I am your host, Lyman Hayes, and this is Real Talk 101 Christian Radio Show. And when you click on my show, it's going to be talking about stuff that we deal here in real life situations that we deal with. And that we need to face and that we need to just come together in unity, man. And I thank you all for tuning in to the Real Talk 101. And I pray everyone have a great rest of the night. And I'm sorry, y'all. It really just hit me, because it's sad, man. It's sad that it really is sad. And if you don't have a conscience, then you wouldn't understand. If you not have a conscience.